Welcome to 11th Hour Sound. Today we're going to talk about how to deal with a Pro Tools crash. Pro Tools. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So today we're going to have a look at recovering a Pro Tools file. Pro Tools crashes more often than I would like, but there's some quick settings to make sure that you can get back to what you want to do. So I've got a new session in front of us, and if we go to Preferences, and you can see it's come up on the other window I usually work in Operation, you'll see around here there is an auto backup, middle left, if you're struggling to see my mouse. This allows you to define how many iterations of the backup file are saved and how often they're saved. So I've set mine to 5 minutes and I keep keep 10. That seems more than enough. I think 5 might be the default setting, but I'm not sure. I change mine sort of regularly depending on what I'm doing, but it just means that you know that those files exist. So once you've done those settings, they should stay forever, as because they're part of your preferences, they're not session dependent. Now, if we've had a crash and we want to create a new session from a backup, create a new session and then go up to File and then go Import and then click Session Data. You can see that it's pulling up the backups from a session that I've been working on. You can pick any of these. I'm going to pick the last one. This is a new session that I've just been working on, so there's not that many backups and there's not that much information in the file apart from the tracks. This is just a personal mix I'm doing. I've downloaded the multi-tracks from Telefunken. I'll stick a link in the description below, but they do lots of free multi-tracks which are really good, and it means that you can practice mixing all sorts of different music. Usually they're in a live setting, so all of the band in one room, so there's lots of bleed and you get to play with lots of different stuff. It's great. So we'll select this backup, open, then it brings up the import session data window, which again was on my main screen, and you can see that there's all sorts of stuff that you can do and import, and you can import parts or you can import the whole shebang. So today we're going to import the whole shebang. We're going to keep the top area the same, so the first 4 boxes. We don't want to do any offsets, we don't want to change any time code, and you can see that the properties are there, everything that we need: sample rates, format, start times, etc. We don't want to change any of that, but what I want to do is I want to select all of the tracks. So click Shift, you'll see that that'll pull up new tracks. The reason that I'm doing new tracks is because you can see there's no tracks in here. You can pre-create them and stick them in, but there's really no point because it pulls everything across. And then at the bottom, I've selected everything on a previous import, so you can import the tempos and those changes, the chord map and the key signatures, markers, window configurations, all of that jazz, and then also playlists. So on the track data to import, you can choose that, and that's gone over to the other window, and you can choose pretty much anything that you want. Anything and anything. I tend to have it all on apart from these two, which is again is the default, because I don't want those snapshots for icon faders. So what we're going to do is click OK and import, and you can see that it pulls in all of the tracks. Like I said before, there's nothing else on here. I've done no mixing of any kind. All I've done is drop the tracks in. But you can see it has pulled in my groups at the bottom, which is very useful. There we go. So that is how to pull in information to a new session from a backup when Pro Tools inevitably crashes. Don't forget, like and subscribe, and we can keep giving you these videos. See you later.